Hello everybody, my name is Pradeep Chandiramani. I welcome you all today on our channel Satakshi News. Today my topic for the day is what is happiness or a key to the happiness. Now to understand this, first you have to understand what is happiness all about. We keep saying I want to be happy, you should always be happy. हमें हमेशा खुश रहना चाहिए पर ये खुशी है क्या? Now for an example I will give you here that I say that if I believe in this, that if I get a new mobile I will be happy, or if I buy a new car I will be happy, or if I buy a new dress I will be happy, right? We keep saying this, no, oh, if I get this, if I get that, I'll be happy. But give it an example that you already have bought that new car which you were wanting to. You already have bought a new mobile, for example, and you are sitting with that mobile in your hand and in riding a car, and there comes one call which is not a very good call for you. It completely spoils your mood. So then, in spite of having that phone in your hand and the steering in your other hand, you're still, the state of mind is not clear because that one particular call made you feel very low. So is this what happiness all about? That by getting some material things or getting something which I really want in my life, I will be happy? Or happiness is just a state of mind? I might be using a very good phone, wearing a good designer clothes, sitting on a very beautiful and expensive couch to give you this lecture, and I can feel happy. But you have to understand that that is not a real happiness, that is being into comfort. Now there is a little bit thin line difference between what is happiness and what is our comfort. I'll give you another example now. For example, I plan for my holidays and I plan to go to London or any one of my favorite spot. And I always keep saying that I will be happy when I reach London, or I will be happy when I reach US. But on my way to this journey of London or US or any destination that matters, if suppose I am bothered a lot at the immigration, I have some issues at the airport, I have something going on in the flight, I'm not getting right kind of food I wanted, or there is somebody who has misbehaved, or even a seat which I have not got correct, and my mood, my energy is completely drained. So when I reach my destination, am I still happy? Or I keep thinking what was not correct during that journey? So again it proves that happiness is not what is outside. Happiness is what which is inside us. It is a state of mind which decides yes or no. I always say this, the outer world is not in our control, but the inner world is in my control. So let's stick to this statement now. For example, I keep saying that if this person behaves with me in a particular manner, I'll be happy. If my boss or my spouse or my mother or my mother-in-law or my friend or my kids, if they change, I will be happy. That means, what are we trying to say here? We are trying to say that my happiness depends on something else. Either it's a new phone, or it's a new house, or a new car, or if a person change. That also means that what I am trying to say here is that my happiness is totally exterior, but it is not. Happiness is completely within us, in spite of I get a phone or not, or a good house or not, or the car or not, I still remain happy. That is how it should be. If I asked you that when was the last time did you be happy? All you would say, I think I became happy when I got this, or when I passed my exams in first grade, or when I got married, or when I got my first child, like, or when I met the first love of my life. But that also takes time for you to think that when actually you got happy. Happiness should be now, is not that when it was something. That was a period you became happy, but that was an instance, that was not actual happiness. Your mind was saying that you are happy because of that. Like we keep saying, no, I'm angry because of this person. I'm angry because this thing didn't happen my way. I got angry because my person behaved rude with me. Or I'm happy because I got this. I'm happy because you praised me. So that means we are always depending on others or outside thing for happiness. Whereas happiness has to be completely internal state of mind. So how to gain this happiness? How to have that peaceful mind even when there is turbulence in mind? What is that key which can make us remain happy always? The best way is to accept things and people and situation as they are. Tomorrow if my spouse or my parents or my anybody that matters in my circle, or the things which I want to buy, if I'm not able to get that, can I be still happy? That is the question, right? So the whole thing is that when we say this, no, if this person changes, I will be happy. So tell me something. When there are two people, one is me and one is other person. Is it easy for me to change that other person, or it is easy for me to change myself? If I don't have control on my emotions, if I don't control on my own mind, how guaranteed I am that the other person would change for me? What control do I have on that other person? So the best thing would be if I come in terms and create that happiness within me, that even if the person changes or not, it is not bothering me anymore. If I come to terms with that, if I work on myself. But the issue here is we always keep working, trying to change others, which has never happened. Someone or something will keep bothering us. But if our state of mind is balanced, we can be happy with or without. For example, if you're not happy from within and your parents force you to come with you for any movie or any favorite spot of yours, even if you go there, if you're not happy from within, your mind will not be happy in that state. Even if you go to the mountains, beautiful scenery in Switzerland, still your mind will be thinking about what is bothering you. So that means, again, it proves that the happiness is not outside, happiness is within us. So let's work on this pattern of happiness, that I want to be happy. Take this sankalpa. Come what may, I will not lose my smile. Now you might be thinking it is not that easy as it sounds, right? I agree to you, because so many things happens during the day that our moods keeps flickering. For example, our state of mind, if I draw it like a line like this, something happens, it starts going up and down. Again, for some time it is straight, but again if something happens, it goes up and down. That means that my state of mind again is depending on others. हम कहते हैं ना, there are two situations in life. Either it is a parasthiti, which is the circumstances outside, or it is my sthiti, which is the mind myself. So if the parasthiti goes up and down, my mind goes up and down. If the parasthiti is okay, my mind is okay. that means I am always and every time dependent on others. So what is my role then? मेरा क्या रोल फिर? मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ अपने को खुश रखने के लिए? मुझे भी तो कुछ करना चाहिए ना अपने को खुश रखने के लिए. So the best thing would be that have the remote control of yours in your hand. You must have experienced this, that you go for a party wearing something very beautiful dress, and as you enter, someone you meet, they say, wow, you're looking so amazing, and you feel happy about it, right? But after a few guests, when you meet someone and somebody just prompts you and says, hey, what color dress are you wearing? It is not at all suiting you. You completely go down, right? It happens with each one of us. If somebody puts green button, we are happy, and if somebody presses red button, we go down. So that means every day that light within us is either glowing or it is diminishing, glowing or diminishing. And when it happens that regularly during the day, the entire day of us goes for a toss. And then we keep saying, 2 मिनट के लिए तो मुझे खुश रहने दो, right? एक दिन तो शांति से जीने दो. We use such words that we only want that 2 minutes of happiness, and the universe says tathastu. Whatever words we speak has got a beautiful meaning to it. So keep your words very in control. Do not just keep saying loose talks, because that affects your mind and that affects your happiness in turn. हम हमेशा ये बोलते हैं ना कि 2 दिन तो चैन से रहने दो, या 2 घड़ियाँ तो चैन से रहने दो, because we think that this is all normal. This vocabulary what we use is so dangerous at times that we keep using it without even understanding or thinking about it. Like for example, something happens in our life and we get stressed and we say, stress तो normal है, सबको होता है. डायबिटीज़ तो बिल्कुल नॉर्मल है, हर दूसरे इंसान को डायबिटीज़ हो रहा है, तो अगर मुझे हुआ तो it is very normal. So all the wrong things in our life, we have treated them so normal. We have assumed that stress is normal, when actually we should be living happy our life. Why stressed? But within our mind, we have thought that if things doesn't go my way, I am definitely going to be stressed. If I decide to reach somewhere and on the way there is too much of traffic, I am bound to get stressed. Anger to normal hai, frustration to normal hai, because things are not my way. Because in my mind I have designed that life has to be like this also. But अगर परिस्थिति हमारे हिसाब से नहीं है, तो हमारे अंदर की स्थिति पूरी बिगड़ती रहती है. Have you noticed this? If the things are not the way I want it to be happen, the inner state of mind keeps going for a toss. किसी ने कुछ थोड़ा बहुत कह दिया, we completely go down. थोड़ा कुछ हो गया, our mood gets spoiled. We so are ready and rush to spoil our mood and say these words, I'm stressed today, I'm having a very bad day. Why? Because somebody behaved in certain pattern, and that person would have gone and forgotten about it, but we keep it over here and it keeps churning, and that affects our happiness. So how to control that? That is a major thing. I always keep saying meditation is the only key to cleanse your mind and keep your mind healthy. Once your mind is healthy, you will see the quality of thoughts which are coming becomes healthy. And when the quality of thoughts gets healthy, the quality of life starts changing. Because each day if you see that Your thoughts are getting better and better day by day. When the thought gets better, the day gets better. When the day gets better, the week gets better. And slowly, slowly, week after week, month after month, and it completely affects our mind. But if we are in habit of losing our mind every moment, then it is very difficult for us to keep that state of mind. So when you meditate, you are giving that positive energy to our mind. And when you give positive energy to your mind, you are vibrating on that level. Your vibration goes out. If your mobile battery is low, what do? You do not throw that mobile. You immediately go on charge. These days we are so worried about two things in our life. If our mobile is charged, or if the Wi-Fi connection or the connection in the mobile is good or not. But we fail to understand that before that we need to charge our own batteries and charge this machine completely. When this machine is charged completely, it will operate in much better way. When your hard disk is full, what do? You delete the unwanted files, right? And when you delete the unwanted file, you create a new space, and you will see the computer doesn't get hanged anymore. It is running smoother than before, right? Same is our body. There are so many thoughts each day, so many issues these days, which most of them we create in our mind. If you see many of the what is reality, it is more in our mind than actually what happens. So the best thing would be meditate. Charge your batteries to meditation. And when your batteries are high, for example, you are feeling very low, and somebody comes and tells you something which you didn't like, you will feel more low. It is obvious. It is natural. But if your energies are very high, you're very hubbly bubbly, and somebody comes and tells you something which you don't like, you will still ignore it, or you just will laugh about it. Why? Because that particular moment your energy is very high and you've adjusted to that vibration and you don't care for it anymore. But if your mood is not correct, if you're vibrating on a lower level, any small, even a fly coming your way will bother you. So it is very important for all of us to vibrate on a higher frequency. Because understand this, if your energy is low, you vibrate that energy, and people around you staying at home are affected. When you go out and meet your friends, they catch your vibes. When you go out and meet your colleagues in the office, they get your vibes, and they keep vibrating on the same energy. And then we say, why are they doing like this to me? They're not doing anything without that reason, because we started sending that negative vibes to them, and exactly the same they got for us. It is just an exchange happening, nothing else. For example, I throw a white ball against something and it comes back as white ball, right? But if I throw a black ball, the black would only come. So if somebody is throwing at you black ball, you try to throw white ball. Now what is this black and white? White is positive energy and the black is the dark energy or the negative energy. If somebody is not behaving well with you, you have to understand that he or she may be vibrating on a very low energy and they actually don't know how to be in tune with the energies. So be of help to them rather than talking ill about them or losing your own peace within. Understand, okay, maybe they could have got a bad day today, that's why they behave like that. And very important thing here, what you think, what you speak, and what you do has to be aligned. That is very important key of happiness. कई बार क्या होता है कि हमारे घर पे मेहमान आ जाते हैं, and that's the time actually is a sleeping time, for example, and they come around 3:30 in the afternoon, and you're about to go and sleep. You open the door and they are there at your doorstep. Inside you're fuming, oh, I wanted to sleep and they're here. But you keep that smile and say, please come and sit, have tea, have coffee, and they also sit. And while you're making coffee, also inside your mind said, why the hell they have come? So that means that by words you are speaking beautifully, by words you are speaking very calmly, but in your mind there is a chaos. So there are two different energies going to them. One energy is going off black ball and one energy is going off white ball. So they also get that kind of impression from you. And this is how the relation gets spoiled. So it's very important to have that peace within you so that you are able to give out peace. You know that very well, whatever you have, you will give out that. A person selling flowers will only give us flowers. A person selling vegetables will only give us vegetables. But a person having a business of garbage collection, if you go to them, they will only give you garbage. So people who are vibrating on low level or who are not attuned to the universal energy understand they are at the moment garbage collectors. So even if they say something, just bless them with your energy or do not react to them. There is a very fine line between reacting and accepting it and replying. हम क्या कर लेते हैं, किसी ने कुछ बोला जल्दी से रिएक्ट कर लेते हैं. That prompt reaction actually creates an issue. So if you think, okay, there could be some reason, and you think for a while and then respond rather than reacting, that makes a huge difference. That way you are making your life easy and happy and others' life easy and happy. It's not that because they are behaving like this you have to ignore them. Help them to grow through your positive energy, because when you are happy you feel that everybody around you should be happy. So let's create that happy energy around us and see what we can gain out of it. Happiness is the only key to success, because as I told you, if you are happy, your thoughts become happy. If your thoughts are happy, you start your day that way. And when your entire day goes happy, week after week, the energy shift is there and you completely bubble with, give out that vibes of happiness and prosperity, and everything around you starts changing. So you help your destiny to be changed through just your creating vibration. So it is very important for all of us to be happy and give happiness to others too. But very important, first be selfish and be happy yourself, because as we know, if your glass is not full, you cannot pour water or tea or coffee to anybody else. So first make your glass full. पहले आप खुश हो जाए, which is very important. Once you are happy, you have no other choice but to spread happiness. वो बोलते हैं ना, जो फूल बेचते हैं उनके हाथों में खुशबू हमेशा रहती है. So if you are happy, would you go and fight with anyone? No. You are bound to spread happiness. And today's world, when there is so much happening outside, let's all spread happiness together and let's take one sankalpa today कि चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, come what may, what is happening outside, my inner state is not going to be affected. I'm always going to have that beautiful smile and make sure that I vibrate on higher frequency each moment, not even each day, each moment by moment. And when you do moment by moment, it becomes a day. When you continue for days, it becomes a week. And when you continue for a week, it becomes month, and so on. And then it becomes a life, and that decides your destiny as well. So if you want a better destiny, you don't have to go to Himalayas. You just need to change that first thought and remain happy and spread happiness around. So if you have any questions, please do write to us. Satakshi News is here to create positivity around you, and we assure you that will never make you feel down. You will always be on the high spirits. Thank you.